Libra Rising October 2020. You are right in the line of fire, my friend. A lot of the changes in your life are representative of the larger collective, and you kind of are the pinnacle of grappling with you versus your partner versus your family. If you are excited to dive into what the astrology, the tarot deck, and the oracle deck cards have in store for you for this month, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. This video is brought to you by my very own Astrology Academy course. I've been working on this course for so many months, testing it, refining it, reiterating it, and making it the product that I would have wanted for me to start out when I was learning astrology. So all the information is below if that's something that you're interested in, as well as a 1-hour webinar that I did, which is just a very, very brief overview to how to start learning astrology, so that if you know that you want to commit, you can look at that down below. But if you are more interested in like dipping your toe in or seeing what astrology exactly is, the webinar is also linked down below. Either way, I'm excited to start learning with you in the weeks and months and future to come. Hi, I'm Maren. I am a professional astrologer, author, and philosophy student. I combine traditional Hellenistic astrology techniques with modern psychological counseling dynamics in order to provide grounded spiritual guidance. This whole entire month, we do have Mars in your Aries 7th house squaring Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in your Capricorn 4th house. So there's definitely a dynamic of you pursuing or going after a relationship that is at odds with what your family expects. That is a definite, that there's some, or even like moving, like there's a relationship that's at odds with your living situation, something with the roots of your life. Maybe it's parental expectation, maybe it's like the people you live with, maybe it's your living situation, is very at odds with the dynamic of even like trouble in your relationships, that the trouble in both of them is troubling the together. But we do have a more positive little aspect here with the 1st through the 5th, Jupiter in your Capricorn 4th house, sextile Neptune in your Pisces 6th house. That by the beginning of the month, there is a glimmer of hope aspect returning around something that does deal with your home or your family or your living situation, helping you out physically or helping you out on a day-to-day basis. That there is some advantage to your living situation or your parents that is like, okay, it's worth it in the long term to like stay rooted where I am for now. On the 1st, we do have an Aries full moon in your 1st house, 7th house axis. So full video on this down below. Oh my gosh, watch this video because this is right in the line of fire with you, my friend. This is like an anarchy, completion, uprising around relationships and yourself, that something is coming to a head, something is breaking or launching or just like exploding around possibly a partner very much acting out, or you holding steady amidst a partner really rebelling against that. On the 10th through the 19th, we have the Sun in your Libra 1st house squaring Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in your Capricorn 4th house. So by the middle of the month, there's a dynamic of you trying to do you, and that being opposed to what the safety of your past or your parents or your family is expecting you. So there's this tension not only between a partner and you or a partner and your family, but like you in the midst of that being you. By the 13th, or by the 11th, we do have Venus in Virgo in your 12th house, trine Uranus in your Taurus 8th house. So there is some good things happening in your spiritual or your meditation practices that, like, by returning to the roots of what keeps you sane in a sense, it is helping you out with some shared finances or your connection to others, that investing your time and your energy on working on you and your internal world does actually allow you to make some smart financial decisions. So maybe you come to terms and have like a meditative realization of investing in something or whatnot for this month. On the 13th, we have the Sun in your Libra 1st house opposing Mars in your Aries 7th house. So again, middle of the month, definitely a dynamic of some issues or some conflict with a partner, not always romantic, but someone close to you in a close bond, being at odds with how you want to self-actualize and grappling with what that means in terms of energetic investment in, do I deal with this, do I work this out, or is this a break? On the 16th, we have a new moon in your Libra 1st house. Watch this full video down below because this is an incredibly isolated new moon. It's kind of like I'm going to set up a little home to be safe in the midst of like a fucking galactic shit show, that in the midst of everything happening around you, you're investing in yourself and you're starting a new chapter with you. And it kind of is the month of like, what is you? Like, what is you? Who is you? When is you? What are the words that describe you in this space, like spatio-temporal context for you right now, and what does that mean to you? On the 18th, we do have Venus in Virgo in your 12th house opposing Neptune in your Pisces 6th house. So by the month, mid-month to concluding, there is some fatigue physically that might be confusing you emotionally, that you might find, why am I so tired? Why is this affecting my mental health? Because I'm on track, so why am I so physically drained? you're having so much energy revolve around you this month that no wonder you would feel drained by around the middle of the month. On the 18th through the 25th, Venus in your Virgo 12th house is trining Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in your Capricorn 4th house. So by the end of the month, some of the meditation or spiritual practices that you have been doing on your own time are allowing you to reconcile or make mature decisions with your home, family, and living situation. That the priority on this month should be you, but not just the external you of how you present yourself. Doing the internal work is really going to solve some things by the end of this month. We conclude the month on the 31st with the Sun in your Scorpio 2nd house opposing Uranus in your Taurus 8th house. Oof. If you're financially connected to someone, whether that is your parents or whether that is a partner, they could be doing something erratic or very rebellious by the end of the month that affects your finances, that you might be trying to like save and be really wise and be like very grounded in your financial world, and someone you're connected to could like blow the fucking lid off. And this isn't necessarily bad or good, it's just very like shocking. So yeah, month does conclude on a like, whoa, what did you just spend? If you do have any thoughts around the astrology coming up this October for you, do let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you before we do get into some tarot cards. Tarot card for Libra Risings this month. Let's see. We have the Six of Pentacles, and this is actually the card of like success. This is the card of material, like I achieved my material or financial goal, so to speak. So possibly some of these things are happening because you're at a spot where people are wanting to leech off of your glory or your success. So this is around like balancing your work and your excitement around that work, so that this is definitely, there's scales here, Libra, the scales. Like this is a card that does tie in scales and weighing things out, and you're weighing out your success and how that pertains to what other people are demanding of you. And for a final Work Your Light Oracle deck card here for Libra Risings, we have the Initiation, Rite of Passage, Crossing the Threshold. This does feel like a very crossing the threshold initiatory month for you as a Libra Rising, that what you are going through now is almost like your training or your calibration for when you were free of these commitments to others and you're fully doing your own thing. You're going to think about the training and the emotional patterning that you chose to ingrain here and now. If you enjoyed this and you would like to check out my personal consultations below, if I am open for readings, I would love to read for you. And if I'm not right now at this time, you will be notified of a waitlist and places to join so that you can hear when I am reopened. But other things, astrology webinar is down below, 1 hour to really get you started and learn from me directly, you know, what the first things I would guide you on are. Astrology Academy is down below if you are ready to dive into this on a semester-esque, really committed level. I'm excited to learn with you in that way. But either way, do let me know down below any thoughts that you have about this October. Would love to hear from you. Like, subscribe, do all of the things, and sending so much love. I will see you in the next one.
But there is one thing you're all forgetting, that endless morning will turn to night.